We live? Here we go. Yes. What is going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. Just finished watching the game of Southampton and West Brom to see who would face Leeds United in the final. And will Southampton, they cruise through that. They come out 3-1 winners. We'll kind of touch over that game. But more to the point, what it means for this huge playoff final between two clubs that would realistically and ideally should have been battling out for that second spot. But now it's winner takes all in the final. Can't wait. Can't wait. Listen, it's a week on Sunday and we will build up to it. Of course, we'll do previews and build up to the game then. But yeah, I just want to get your reaction to still how you're feeling after the game yesterday. I'm still on cloud nine after that performance. And yeah, just to see how you feel in regards to the Southampton game. Should be good. Of course, you know the drill, people. Just smash a like on the video if you haven't already. And if you're watching the replay, shout out to everyone that supports, haters that watch too. It's all appreciated, man. John here saying thank you for the season. Thank you for this season. Always very much appreciated. Well, John, it's not over yet, mate. We've still got a long way to go. We've still got a playoff final to go. So yeah, the content will continue as it always does through the summer as well, because of course we've got to go through transfers and everything else like that. Paul Gray saying stern test, Southampton, good football inside, be a great game. Yeah, Mark would have preferred WBA. They look terrible tonight. Yeah, West Brom looked exactly like how they've looked in every game I've seen them play. They stink, and that's why I don't get the big clamor for Corberan and his style of football. You know, people can say to me about Jose Mourinho, but Jose Mourinho is successful. All right, he when he stinks out the joint, he stinks out the joint with a trophy. Corberan hasn't got that skin in the game, and it's just his style is just so negative. I wouldn't even say it's pragmatic. I think it's just totally negative because West Brom didn't start playing until Southampton scored today, and I just don't enjoy that kind of football, me personally. But yeah, um, yeah, we'll get into that, Chris. We'll get into that for sure. Russ in the house, evening, or I'm very confident about the final. At this point, I mean, listen, we're a week or so out, aren't we? So I can say this now. We'll get closer to it, and maybe nerves and everything else will kick in. But I feel good. You know, I'm not scared of Southampton. People would say that we've lost both games against them this season, but I don't think there's anything to fear, especially if we perform like we did yesterday. There's only one winner. The quality that we have. I looked on the pitch today with these two teams. I wouldn't have one of these players at Leeds United, not one. I don't care if any one of them scores the winner against us in the final. That doesn't matter to me. I'm talking long term, sign them to a 3-4 year contract. I wouldn't take any of the players that are out on the pitch today. Let's have a look here. Paul saying, can see him going back to a 3 midfield. Saints carved us open both games from midfield. They did, but I would say that if you're getting that leads that we got yesterday, then it would be up to them to counter us. Now, but the things with Southampton, one thing I will give them good credit for is that they are very good in possession. And even at times when West Brom deployed that deep line, they were very patient. They were still trying to move it around, trying to get forward with it as well. So full credit to Southampton for their possession game. But when we're on our counter, when we've got our players purring, like we saw yesterday with Jorginho, Somerville, Nanto, Peru, and many others, Archie Gray, everyone was purring yesterday, Firpo going forward as well, then we're hard to handle as well. We're hard to handle. Hey, and listen, Ryan, we owe Southampton one. Exactly. Look, we could even do the reverse Derby. Yeah. When Derby, we beat Derby 3 times and then we lost in the actual one that mattered the most, which was the semi-final second leg. Let's hope that we can repeat history the other way around. Shrew saying, suppose there had to be 2 ex-Prem teams for the final. That one point I wanted to make Shrew and everybody else. Just look at the Norwich and West Brom teams, people. When you stay down in this division too long, that's what happens. You start to look like that. You've got solid championship players. You've got strong enough teams, but there's nothing special. There is no Nanto. There is no Somerville. There is no Jorginho in that team. There's not one of them because you have to sell your assets and eventually you just become a solid championship team that could flirt with the top 6. But if one of the relegated teams who still hold on to their better players play you, you're probably going to lose. And that's the fear I have of staying in this division. That's why it's key we get out. Actually, I do need to get up Daniel Farker's quotes in regards to that, and it will it will just qualify what I've been saying all season long. But one person who got the can, I mean, it must have been they must have decided on the evening because he was gone by the morning. David Wagner, after the 4-0 loss, I think he was going to be sacked anyway. I heard that he was going to probably be sacked if Norwich had gone up, which is very extreme or, ambitious. It depends how you look at it. But yeah, David Wagner got the boot after a 4-0 loss. I'm not surprised. Again, his football, I remember Norwich, they were accused of being too open. He was the exact opposite, man. He wanted to do the West Brom thing, but just on a better level. I think the counter was better with Norwich. But yeah, he's gone. So Norwich are starting again from the summer. New coach. Maybe some of their better players leave as well come the summertime because they're going to have to probably sell a couple and they have to go again. That's the problem with staying in this division. I agree. I've not rated him like that. Even when he got Huddersfield promoted, it stank, didn't it? It stank. He got the job done, so you got to applaud him for that. But it was like 0-0s and then penalties, man. The guy just stunk his way up to the Prem. But fair play to him, man. Scott here saying in regards to the Wembley pitch, will the big pitch, or asking, I guess, will the big pitch help Saints passing start or help the likes of Cree, Jorginho, and Nanto with their pace and space to do their silky skills? It's going to be interesting. That's the thing, isn't it? I mean, we haven't been on our passing game up until yesterday properly like Southampton have been, but it's going to be interesting because if you leave some of our players with open space like you get on the Wembley pitch, it will be a long day for that defense. And I don't rate, look, I'm going to get Southampton's team in a bit. I don't rate that defense. I don't rate it one bit. I like Alex McCarthy back in the day. Like I say, he had a real good loan spell with us. I think that was like 12 years ago now. And if you can get at that defense, I think that, we've got more than enough chances, a good enough chance to beat this team. Yeah, Paul, Huddersfield went up with a -2 goal difference and didn't score in the playoffs. Let me just get here we are. So this was the game today. Have they refreshed this yet? Let me just see. They haven't refreshed it yet. They haven't put the graphic up yet for us. But yeah, Southampton 3-1 winners. Will Smallbone and that John Joe Shelby regen doing this thing yet again. Decent finish over Alex Palmer and then Adam Armstrong. Southampton had the game won for me. The way they were playing, I felt like they were going to win from early. There was only one team that was trying to play football. And, what's his name again? Corberon. Once they went down, he then takes off midfielders to put on attackers. Why don't you just try and win the game from the outset? Give your team a better chance. But he stunk up the joint. Carl Walker-Peters is quality. He's not quality. I think you've used the wrong word there. He's good, but he's not quality. He's defensively irresponsible at times. He's good. He's good going forward. I'll give you that. But defensively, nah, I'm not having him. Kev, I'm the first to admit I admit I got it badly wrong. I had zero confidence yesterday. No, I've read your comments, Kev. I was stunned at the result. Fantastic. I'm embarrassed for doubting them. Hey, listen, Kev, there's no need to be embarrassed. The team up until the 0-0 against Norwich hadn't given anybody any reason to believe that we were just going to outright win. So there's no need to be embarrassed. No one was expecting a 4-0. Actually, no, Wilf Grant, shout out to you, Wilf. You was expecting a 4-0, but no one else was expecting the dominant performance that we put in yesterday. No one could foresee that. It looked like a regular league game. You would have thought nothing was on the line yesterday, but the team turned up and we need one more out of them. Just one more, please. Scott Lightning, Carl Walker-Peters take every day into our side. I'll put it to you like this then. If you heard that we've got promoted to the Premier League and our right back next season is going to be Carl Walker-Peters on a 4-year contract and whatever transfer fee, you're happy with that? Is that how far your football knowledge is that you think Carl Walker-Peters is the whole answer? Wow. Listen, we're not all on the same level. I get it. Let's have a look. We got. Oh, I don't mind. What's going on, guys? You've honestly, you've got to lift the standards. You have to lift the standards. Now, if we were to stay in the championship and we get Carl Walker-Peters, cool. But going up to the Prem, I've already got like 5 names that are better than him for the Prem. Shout out to Static in the house. Hey, KG, good luck against Southampton in the final. Thank you, Static. Klein, oh my days, you guys, stop naming names. Oh my lord. Which channel have you guys come from, man? It must be some passion merchant channel because there's no ball knowledge here. Slice Ed Bread, who's a Man United fan. KJ, am I a schmuck for wanting y'all in the Premier League next season? You're not. You're not a schmuck, Ed. You know how it goes. I know. Listen, I love the Man United games. I didn't like them the last time we got promoted because we were just nowhere near it, and you battered us every time bar one game where we drew 0-0. But yeah, man, listen, it's good. You want those games. You want those games against Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool. That's it's big club stuff. People don't like it. I know you need to get by merit, but the Premier League, we need each other. Leeds and the Premier League need each other, man. Michael, why do you keep asking that? I'm going to go off this in a bit. Michael Brown is always asking. It's either you or Michael Pollard. Listen, you're all Michaels. Yeah. KJ, who are your 5 names? I'm not giving those names yet. This isn't a transfer show. I'm not going to shoot my load all in one stream. No, we wait until the summer, people. All right. Uh Bam is taking it personal. No different opinion to KG, no ball knowledge. Well, listen, if you want Carl Walker Peters in the Prem, that's on you, man. Let's have a look. No, I'm not trying to go. Let me just see this, and let me just tell you, if you are trying to go to Wembley, Brian is saying here, asking, I should say, are you trying to go Wembley? I'm not, but if you are, if you haven't seen it yet, there are going to be 35,796 tickets. So if you are trying to go, good luck. Good luck, because those tickets are going to go like hotcakes. I hope that they do something so that they don't get resold and then you're having to pay an arm and a leg, from a scalper. Hopefully there's a system in place for that. But if you are trying to go, 10:30 a.m. tomorrow online, the details are on Leeds United website. Get busy. Yeah. Um, yeah, they were poor, very, very poor. West Brom and Norwich. It tells a story when you're down here too long. Tells a story, man. Um, so yeah, Leeds. There's the thing there. Let me just see if there's a graphic up yet. Trying to look for something. Right. While I'm just looking up something here, I'm trying to get Farker's quotes from after the game. There was one in particular that I want to highlight. While I'm doing that, if you haven't already, please hit a like on the video, with or without ball knowledge. Just joking. Let's have a look. Where is it? I should have got this ready earlier, but is it Popey that's got it? All right, I'll come back to this in a bit. I'll come back to this in a bit. Uh, oh, John, that's harsh, man. I don't think so, John. I don't think so. I think we was all right. Slice bread, Ed. I know, KG got Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the list. 40 million is yours now. We're not doing 40 million. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know he's leaving your club. I like Wan-Bissaka defensively. Going forward, he offers nothing though. That's the problem. And we know these days fullbacks have got to be two-way. But when you're talking about a one-on-one defender, Ed, he's solid. Hardly anyone gets past Wan-Bissaka. So, but yeah, not 40 million though, mate. And Kevin, you're just saying, "Oh my God, a dream come true to see Leeds United at Wembley." Yeah, yeah. Listen, we've got to change the narrative though, because we haven't. It's not a very good hunting ground for us. But there's a lot of history to be changed in this game, and let me show you another piece. And this was from earlier from LUFC data when we lost against Southampton. But this is when they beat us. Southampton have completed a first league double over Leeds since 11-12. More importantly, in this one, Daniel Farker has now lost all 4 matches against Southampton as manager. So we've got to beat the Wembley hoodoo, and Daniel Farker has got to beat this own personal hoodoo that he's got with Southampton. And I was listening to the commentary at the end. I wasn't aware that he had a acrimonious split from Russell Martin when Martin left Norwich. I don't know the story of that. I'll look it up at some point on the weekend. So there's something even personal there for Russell Martin. But yeah, there's a lot of things that we need to break in this game. But things and records are there to be broken, people. Absolutely. Break the curse, and it is his bogey team. Kev saying this was 6-time lucky for us for sure. That's it, Kev. It doesn't matter what's happened before. This is a new manager, new team, 2024. The last time we was at Wembley, when was it, man? Was it the Doncaster one? Regardless, it was a long time ago, people. You know, I know that we had the hiccup in the semi-final against Derby. That one's gone. We've done the semi-final now. Now it's on to the final. Let's break that and go forward. Ryan here saying that image needs to be in the dressing room before the game. There's so many things that could be there before this game. And you know what? Next week, I'm sure the build up and all the quotes that will be coming out next week and stuff. There's going to be a lot of material to spur these players on. But more importantly, people, the main prize is Premier League football for a lot of them. You know, a lot of quite a few of our players will be playing Premier League football. Again, I'm batting off a lot of my mates that support Premier League clubs that have got their eye on Somerville, Gray. You know, there's a lot of players here that are ready for the Premier League. Some others do need the promotion of it to come up and have a chance of playing Premier League football. But the biggest carrot is Premier League football. Hey, and personally for them, it's wage rises. Hey, what can be better? Money in Premier League football. Let's go. You don't need any more encouragement than that. Slice Ed Bread saying, I'm sorry, but Leeds team is much better than Southampton. It is, Ed, but then it comes down to other things. It comes to listen, when you look at West Brom and how they set up, they had no business probably finishing in the top six, but it's about how you perform as a team. And although I don't rate any of their individuals, you can see how it works because they have solid banks. And when it works and then they just S house a goal, then that's how they get their victories. Southampton, on the other hand, do have a decent team at this level. But yeah, our players are much better, but it comes down to mentality. And that's where we kind of faltered towards the end of the season. Our mentality went down the drain, but it came back with a vengeance against Norwich. Honestly, I couldn't sleep last night. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. I couldn't sleep last night properly, man. It took me ages to get to sleep. I was just replaying it, going, like, did we really just take care of Norwich 4-0 in the second leg? Like it was a league game. I was loving it, people, loving it. Scott here saying, let me get this one. This is an interesting one, Scott. Only Nanto, Somerville, Ampadu, Roden are definite starters in the Prem. So we have a lot of rebuilding to do for Road. Yeah. And again, that goes without saying. I would, like I say, I hope that people that watch this channel wouldn't just have some surface level comment that, yeah, we'll be in trouble if we don't recruit. Well, duh, would be my answer to that. Of course, we're going to have to recruit. Interesting names here. Nanto, Somerville, I would say. So, Scott, so no Gray and no Georgie. I see no Georgie there. I I do hear it with Jorginho a little bit. I do think that we do need to get someone else to compete with him. We should have had someone else this season that Danny Farker could trust because obviously you know he didn't use the bench to its true utilization. But yeah, I do hear that. Somerville's definitely a starter. Somerville's a Premier League player all day long, and I think he could even make the jump up to the next bit of the Prem. To the clubs that keep on eyeing him up. I do think he's that good. I do think he's that good. And I wanted to just quickly highlight Somerville because of all the absolute crud that people have been trying to put on his name. This is via J.R. Cooper, Johnny Cooper, stats guy. Somerville's created 120 chances in the championship this season. The only Leeds player to create more chances in the season that Opta has on record is Pablo in 18-19 with 122. So that just shows you the absolute creativity that this guy has had. And considering he gets goals very by a winger standard very easily. You know, 21. I think he's got this season, people. And the fact that he usually has 2-3 players around him, he's been sensational. He's been absolutely sensational, man. So give Somerville his credit. His mentality is flawless. He's done all for the cause, all that passion stuff that you guys love. He said it at the start of the season. I want to get Leeds United promoted. He's never made any rumbles or made any noises about being unhappy. People just started to make things up because they thought he'd be leaving in the summer, obviously, if we don't go up. So, yeah, give him his due, man. Benny again saying there will have to be 3 in the middle. We'll find out, Benny. We'll find out next week. I'm sure there will be a press conference before. You know, he's not going to give away his team. Obviously, he's not going to give away his team. This isn't Bielsa, you know. But it's going to be interesting to see how he set up for this game. By the way, one thing I don't want to see, and I'm going to get this out of the way early. If Bamford declares himself fit, don't put him in the starting lineup. Don't even risk it like that. It's not worth it. Seriously, leave it the way it is if we're going to go with a striker, and I think we should as well. Byron, we're not getting Eze from Crystal Palace, man. That ship sailed. um, um Oh man, agent. I hope you're trolling. I hope you're trolling. John Knox saying, I think Somerville was instrumental in calming down the situation with Willie Nanto at the start of the season and getting him to stay with us. Yeah, I don't think it was that. I'm going to give Daniel Farker his full credit on that Nanto situation, and we'll talk about this come the end of the season when I've got my guest on with me. But Farker handled that situation really, really well. When you consider all the outside noise, all the fans telling Nanto to get lost, oh, he's not welcome anymore. Farker just ignored all of that and said, no, if he apologizes, if he shows that he's made a mistake and he's sorry for it, we're going to integrate him back in the team. And to no fault of Nanto, he couldn't get in because Dan James was playing absolutely amazing. So and how strong was that? Dan James starting, Nanto off the bench, killer at this level. So I absolutely give Farker the full credit for that scenario. Gavin here, Bamford and Cooper to start. Tremendous. I will be. I will be. You've got your name as you're at Gulf Coast, Florida man of the Gulf Coast, which is just a tremendous name. And I wish I could remember the short version of your name. But yes, I will be watching that game in a couple of hours. Yeah, man, love it. Um, Yeah, Tasha saying sick note Bamford should not even be on the bench after his injury. Yeah, look, I don't watch his podcast, but I saw a little clip of him saying talking about the atmosphere yesterday. I'm like, all right, cool, keep it that way. Yeah, sit in the stand come the final two. I'd be gutted, by the way, if I'm Peru and Bamford declares himself fit for the final and you lose your spot after scoring a goal and playing overall really well, being a catalyst for the third goal as well, with that brilliant run from beyond your own line, your halfway line. I'd be gutted. And you know what? It just reminds me of people. If you can remember Spurs getting to the Champions League final, of course they were going to play Harry Kane if he said he was fit because he's Harry Kane. You know, there's a big difference there. He's Harry Kane, but it was clear he was not fit for that final, and it cost him a little because he ended up being like a hindrance on the team. Whereas Lucas Moura, that got the hat trick in the game against Ajax, got dropped to the bench. Things like that, I do think it can affect the team. I do think that. I believe it. Um, yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Ed, he's already left. He's already signed a pre-contract elsewhere. Robin Kocher as well, by the way. That's made the Germany international squad for the Euros. Very interesting. David saying, "Don't put money on it, KG." I know, David. I know he's got some kind of hold on this football club where he just starts whenever he's, declares himself fit. But I would hope that Daniel Farker sees the bigger picture and sees exactly how we played against Norwich and doesn't change much out of it. Maybe there has to be a tweak or two because when you look at Southampton again, you have to look at the opposition. They do have a good midfield that can overrun you, as we've seen ourselves. So maybe there has to be a tweak, but nah, I'd be gutted if I'm Joel Peru. Yeah, Brian. Kane is not on Bamford's level though. Tremendous, tremendous. What else is there here? I'm looking for a quote from Daniel Farker. Um, where is it, man? Here it is. And this is what I've been talking about all season long. It was carried on from obviously after the post game, which I, did so expertly well in the post match. By the way, people, but the watch along yesterday and the post match reaction, big up to everyone that joined me for those because the interaction was absolutely lit. It was so much fun. I've done a few watch alongs before, obviously, and some haven't gone too well. But that one yesterday was so much fun. It flew by. I see the time of it like 2 hours, 22 minutes. Didn't even feel like that yesterday, people. So salute and thank you. And of course, we'll be back for the playoff final. That's a given. But yeah, and listen, and shout out to people that watched the watch alongs after the game. I didn't know people did that. I'll be real with you. I thought only people watch the watch alongs during the game. But shout out to all of you that watched it afterwards. I mean, I hope that was fun for you, man. But watch alongs, obviously, the vibe is just a little more relaxed. You can shoot the breeze and talk about anything and everything if there's little lulls in the game. It's fun, man. It's real fun. Uh, I don't know, Sean. I don't know which team what kit we're gonna wear. I don't know which way round it is. If we're gonna wear, with all due respect, let's hope it's not it can't be the fruit salad kit anyway, can it? There'll be too much kit clashing. So it'll probably be the blue one, or we go in white. Hopefully it's our home kit. Hopefully it's the home one. And Benny here saying, think we need to look at Saints carefully to find weaknesses. Cannot make the same mistakes. Yeah. And of course, Danny Farker and the team will be doing that. And we as fans will be doing that during the week next week. No problem. We are the okay, yeah. Kev here saying, what was your thoughts on Jorginho's performance overall yesterday? That Kev yesterday, that was Jorginho back to his best, almost back to his best. Started off rusty with a touch where he took 4 or 5 touches, and I thought, oh no, we've got this Jorginho again, where he's going to be hesitant on the ball, losing it a lot. But then it all started when he went down the right-hand side, took out a few players, ran out of ideas towards the end. But you could see he built his confidence from there. And from there, they could hardly get the ball off him. And when he did eventually lose the ball, he was getting back in, getting the second ball. Georgie was back yesterday, and he was creating. He got a goal, of course. That's Jorginho. That's the Jorginho that we know and love. I thought he was brilliant yesterday. In fact, everyone was brilliant though, Kev, yesterday. It's not a slight to say that you could say everyone was man of the match. Everybody played their part yesterday. Absolute complete performance. Let's have a look here. Only kick clashes white sucks. Yeah. Oh, okay, right. I watched back a few watch longs, reactions to goals. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. But yeah, this is the quote from Daniel Farker. Danny Farker said, no one is more greedy to return to the Premier League at the first time of asking. But if you said in September we'd be 1 game away from the chance to do so, I'd have said no chance. You know, he's kind of said that the last few weeks. But again, the first bit, this is why I've been saying all season long, this was never a 2-year project. Some of you would convince yourself that we would have been fine, you know, spending 16 on Peru, 5 on Gruev, a 1 million loan on Jed Spence, and things like that, just to finish in the playoffs and lose or finish 7th. No chance. Not with the losses that will come in, not with the transfer fees that are due to go out in the summer. Our cash flow will be fine, I'm sure, but it's still a lot of money to pay out. But it was always about 1 year and a 1-year loan. That's why this section where this video will be is called 1-year loan musings, because it's all about this being a 1-year loan and we head back up. But it's good to hear Danny Farker come out and say that. Now, if we had lost, I don't know if he would have said that quote. He would have probably said, we've built and we've done well this season. We got 90 points, finished 3rd. We go again next year. But he actually has come out and said it now, that it has been all about promotion this season. And I'm glad that the manager has confirmed that. It just takes that little bit of doubt away from everybody else that thought this was going to be a 2-year project. Jack here saying Peru was immense last night. Absolutely brilliant. He missed a couple of one-on-one chances. That does happen though, Jack. But that run from deep, that is Peru at full flight. That felt like Peru from when we first signed him. You know, when he was fully confident, where his confidence wasn't lost, and then when he had to start playing behind Jorginho, who then turned into our striker, that was Peru at his best, and he stayed up top a lot. He did the thing, he did the run around thing the first 2 minutes, you know, probably trying to set the tone. That's not his game. He needs to stay away from that. He doesn't do the pressing. He's not good at it. But you know, he gave a little effort at the start, but then he played to his strengths towards it throughout the game. He was brilliant yesterday, absolutely brilliant. Oh, Mega. Oh, no. He's one of those. I'm not going to put that one up. Uh, no offense. But let's have a look here. Oh. Let's go back to Southampton, because they've done their job today, and I'm sure they're bouncing right now, ready for the playoffs. But look here. You know, this is their starting lineup, and this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying to you in regards to why, if we play our game like we did against Norwich, we should give them a tough time. Bednarek has been, he used to be good. I used to like Bednarek about 4 or 5 years ago. He's just average these days. You know what I'm saying? He's not all that anymore. Harwood Bellis has got a mistake or two in him. He did a sensational block today, though. A real good block that kept the game in Southampton's favor. Walker Peters, as already discussed today, is good going forward, but can be got at defensively. And Jack Stevens, man, he's Jack Stevens. Did well to win, put the ball through to win the penalty for Ryan Manning. But yeah, I'm not worried about the defense. Where I think Southampton are strongest is the midfield area. um, and of course forward. And they also have a conundrum themselves because Che Adams, who has been heavily linked with Wolves, is I don't know if he's going to come back for the final. I don't know how injured he is. I know that he went off against us in the 2-1 loss when we lost 2-1 to them, I should say. But I don't know if he's going to be fit. But if you add him to this to the Arsenal, Smallbone has been very decent for them. You see how he invades space. He's very good at that. So we will need Gruev. We will need whoever else is in there to pick him up. Don't let him free like we did for his goal against us. That was ridiculous defending. Downs has been good for them too. Aribo is a midfield that likes to shoot, which is nice. Yeah. Brooks is obviously a tricky customer. Adam Armstrong is just money at this level, just pure money. He was money at this level in his Blackburn days. Ryan Fraser is not for me, mate. But you get what I'm saying. Overall, you can see why they do enjoy so much possession because they've got some decent technical players at this level. So we do have to look out for them as we have done in the previous 2 league games. Rusty is saying, win the midfield battle, limit the number of corners and free kicks. Yeah, that's something else. Win the second ball and finish our chance in front of goal because guarantee we'll get a few, we'll win. Yeah, just got to be efficient like we was yesterday. It's a tough order. I'm not saying win 4-0 again. Obviously, that's probably unrealistic. He says trying to do a reverse jinx and get another 4-0 win. But no, it's probably unrealistic, of course. But yeah, just don't fluff your lines. And even if you do fluff your lines, go again. You know, I call it the Ollie Watkins system. Yeah, Ollie Watkins will miss three gilt-esque chances a game, but you know what? He'll come back for a 4th and 5th, and we'll get his goal eventually. Yeah, do the Ollie Watkins style. Isaac here. Shout out to you, Isaac, who's a member of the channel. Membership link is in the description, and thank you to all existing members. Do you think mentally? I think you mean cope. I've got you. My only concern. Hey, listen, Isaac. I was worried about yesterday, and you know, Ellen Road. It can go for you. It can go against you at times. We more than cope yesterday. Obviously, now this is Wembley Stadium. It's the player final. There's a lot on the line. What are they calling it this season, people? Have you guys heard the figure? Is it 170 million football game? Is that the price you've heard, or is it gone up now? I don't know. But obviously, this is a whole different ballpark. And you know what? We're talking about how are we mentally going to cope? Let's see how Southampton cope as well. Both teams have got so much on the line because both teams would have wanted an instant return to the Premier League. 100%. Southampton again, they would not have planned for another year in this division. They would not have wanted to do that. So, but somebody's going to have to. It's interesting. I'm going to be watching tomorrow. Just out of, you know, I love watching the playoff finals anyway. It's Bolton versus Oxford, and you know, it's just one of those that if we do lose this game, we'll be playing one of those teams next season. Those are the margins, people. You know, you win the game tomorrow. We're playing Man City. We're playing Newcastle. You know, we're playing those teams. But if we lose, we're playing either Bolton or Oxford. The margins are absolutely, they're so slim, but yet they mean so much. They're massive, aren't they? Is it 180 mil now? Okay, right. Jonathan saying 200 mil. Yeah, I keep hearing different figures. It's crazy. You know what's mad as well? Aston Villa. I think I heard Aston Villa for finishing the Champions League automatically get 50 mil. Crazy numbers, and it football's just mad, isn't it? It's all mad. Um, but going as well, West Brom, ooh, stinky, absolutely stinky. And some of you guys, I remember some of you guys saying about Mikey Johnston and Jed Wallace. You know, don't think I forgot that. All right, but listen, yeah, Manning. Oh, is the subs not there? Yeah, Manning, Ruffwell, Edozie, he's a tricky customer. And of course, Rush Stewart as well. If he'll probably be even more fit by that time, or Rush Stewart. So this is what I'm saying. Southampton do have dangerous weapons at this level. So it's not going to be easy. I'm not suggesting that one for 1 minute, but I back our players. After yesterday, I've got no reason to not back them. Absolutely no reason. They were brilliant yesterday. Yeah, 200. Don't quote. Yeah, I'm not quoting anybody. I guess we'll hear it from Sky at some point all week. They love to drive home how much money it's worth to the promoted team. So I'm sure we'll hear the actual figure at some point this week. Um, Sean saying Johnson skinned a few players today, make him look like Ramon Nunes. Oh my days! What a throwback, Sean. Whoa, what a name! God, wow. That's like the David A. Summer days. Got summertime. So I used to love Summer, but his problem was his knees were absolutely knackered, weren't they? But he was good, man. David Summer. If he was fitter, who knows where he could have gone? Because he was an absolute mean. He was a beast in front of goal. But yeah, but the thing is with Johnson, though, in that case, in that instance, Sean, there was a few times where he absolutely played a stinky ball. It stunk. I wasn't impressed today. But yeah, there is that. Is there anything else that I need to show on this here stream? Let me get that out of the way. Have we got a no, we haven't got one yet. There we are. They've changed it now on Google. Okay, well, I don't know if this means anything. I don't know. If it does, cool. I don't know, but they've put us as the first team. Is that how it works, people? Is it because we finished third? I don't know this. Honestly, I don't know. So I don't want to say anything because I don't know the answer. But maybe because we finished third, that we're the first with a hope with class as the home team. So maybe we will be playing in white, which would be good. Phil, oh, shout out to you, Phil. Summer was my favorite player as a kid. Apparently, he's doing South African and yeah, you had me in the first half. I didn't even see that in the second. Tremendous. He's doing South African adult movies nowadays. Lord have mercy. I noticed the playoff final is the day after the FA Cup final. I don't recall that happening before. Yep, I did. I mentioned. I think I mentioned it in the watch along. But if you are going down for the game, if you're going to make a weekend of it, there will be increased police presence because the FA Cup final is the day before Man City versus Manchester United. So obviously they know the history between Manchester United and Leeds fans. So they're going to be extra cautious. So if you find yourself in the same hotel and you're wearing your colors as Man United fans, obviously stay vigilant, stay safe, being the main thing. But yeah, there probably will be increased police presence around that part of London. So look out for that. Shout out to you, Kev, man. Thank you for your interaction. Thank you for your super chat as well. Much appreciated. Alphabetical order. Surely that's not it. Is that what it is? You know what? I need to look that up, man. I should know that, but I've just never taken any notice before. But yeah, yeah, alphabetical order. That would be something. But yeah, I think that is it, people. I think that is it. I don't have anything else. I will just ask you guys while you're here. There's over 200 of you here, and of course, if you watch a replay, how confident are you for this said playoff? As we stand now, obviously our feelings are going to change over the week. Our confidence levels will change. Maybe you'll feel more nervous going into it. Maybe you'll feel more relaxed. Look, you saw me on the watch long yesterday before the game kicked off. I was very chilled. For whatever reason, I thought we'd win. I just didn't realize how comfortable it was going to be. So, but at this point in time, I'm excited. I'm more excited than anything. I'll be honest. I'm excited for this game. Really excited. Okay, so the higher league finish is the home team. Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Okay, SJW 60% confidence. Isaac going 70%. Gavin here saying time we beat Southampton more than time. Yeah, Danny Farker needs it too, man. Needs it too. Hopefully he doesn't overthink it, man. And do too much. Might just have to stick with the same script we saw yesterday. That worked really well yesterday. But yeah. Oh, you're guessing too, Russ. Okay, fair enough. Major Tom. Hey, it's a bit early for score predictions, but I like that, Major Tom. That would be nice. Philip here saying we're going to win. Paul here saying 50-50 at this stage. Nervous with Leeds in the final. I hear that. But if we play last night, we will beat them. Yeah, yeah. Vinny, though, is not very confident. And Kev is 65%. Yeah, so it's varied, and that's fair. But yeah, listen, people, didn't realize we'd gone 40 minutes. But listen, you guys have been brilliant in the chat. And yeah, listen, thank you for joining me. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do that. Really does help out the channel. Share it around. I know people share the content around as well. And listen, people, I might have this weekend off and then come back on Monday. Might take the whole weekend off unless there's anything major that breaks, whether it be transfer news or whatever it may be. So people, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the fact that we had a brilliant result yesterday and that we've got a playoff finals to look forward to against Southampton. Enjoy yourself. Peace out. And I hope you're feeling good and smelling good. Peace out.